if they cut out the part where she's like, of course I saw the video, I knew you were a sure thing. If you cut out that line, Michelle's the best woman in this movie.
Yeah.
Because she's just like happy little weirdo, like just like gets a date and they hook up and she's in control and she knows what she wants, and that's great.
But this version, she's actually just taking advantage of someone who's been deeply sexually, like, he is in a place of high sexual shame that everybody knows about. He's at a low point. He himself is at a low point.
Right.
She knows this, and she's essentially just taking advantage of that fact because she's just like, he'll probably put out, and he does, which is actually pretty gross.
Yeah.
Sounds in high school, I used to put 5 on it. Let me pay him some homage. I was keeping it honest. How the hell you gonna tell me to get
Hey, welcome back to the Black and White Cinema Podcast with Kev and Ugie. I'm Kev.
I'm Ugie. Today, we have a wonderful movie, an amazing classic from 1998, 99?
98.
American Pie.
Or 99.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Now I don't remember.
I think it's 99.
I think you're right.
You said 98 earlier, so I wasn't sure.
Yep. Nope, Kevin's wrong. 30 seconds in.
There we go.
That was full of shit.
Yeah. But before we get into that, Kevin, how are you doing today, my bud?
I'm doing good, man. It's a beautiful hot day here in Seattle. We just hosted Belgium, Egypt, in our beautiful city. It was cool to like. I've definitely been a FIFA hater throughout all the corruption and everything that sucks about this World Cup. But it was really cool to see like the stadium all packed full of different nations' colors enjoying an international
at field.
Yes, at Seattle Field or
Seattle
whatever.
Field.
Yeah, at not Lumen Field.
Yeah,
nondescript field.
Yeah. I'm actually, I don't know why, because of all the games that we're getting, maybe I'm not sure about the knockout. That probably was the highest profile game we're getting. That's
you think
probably
so?
The game to go to. I'm actually more interested from a vibes perspective. I have tickets to Egypt, Iran.
Oh,
so
cool.
I will get to see Mo Salah play in real life. If you didn't know, I'm a huge Liverpool fan. That's my dude. But yeah, Belgium on paper is a much better team than Iran, but I think there's going to be a lot more at stake in this game, points-wise and politically, and it's also on Pride Day. So it's just like,
nice.
It's just a lot. So
a lot of narratives.
I'm super excited to go to that game. Unfortunately, but also maybe fortunately for me, I'm getting ACL surgery tomorrow. So now I have my disability placard so I can park in the disabled spots.
Nice.
So that's cool. What's not cool is that if they're able to repair my ACL, I basically won't be able to do anything for like 3 months.
Yeah. That's a brutal recovery.
But I'm still going to try to go to Canada, Qatar, regardless. It's on Thursday, like 2 days after. But it's just like, even if I'm like, I'll be oxyed out of my face.
Is it here?
No, it's in Vancouver.
Oh.
But like, it's an opportunity. I think it's like the best opportunity to see Canada win their first World Cup game ever. And on top of that, on Canadian soil.
Yeah.
So,
they've never won a game?
No.
Oh, wow.
We only just scored our first goal.
Really?
I'm not sure if that was our first goal. I forget if that was our first goal or not. But we have not won a game in the World Cup in our history.
Crazy.
So we've drawn, but it wasn't our first goal. I think we scored in the last World Cup, but
didn't Scotland break like a crazy drought with that win as well? Like they haven't even qualified in like 25 years or something like that.
I think it was like 28 years.
Yeah.
Both teams. Scotland. Who did they play again? Scotland. It wasn't Turkey. Scotland played Haiti.
Was it Haiti? Yeah.
Haiti, and they hadn't qualified in a long time too. So
that's right.
Yeah. But the World Cup vibes have been huge. I went down to. We don't really have fan fests, but throughout Seattle, they've set up like a bunch of like screens and like fan watching areas. So I was there for the U.S. game on Friday, and the game after that. I was basically there all Saturday. I watched 3 of the games, and we got a projector on my roof, and we watched the last game on my roof. That was pretty dope. For me, it's just been like watching soccer all day. And normally when I watch soccer all day, I'm missing some of the soccer. But in World Cup, you just like game after game after game. There's no cross. There's not like 2 games on at one time, and you have to pick. It's just all football all day, and I've just been absolutely loving
it. It has been really nice that it's not overlapping games. I've watched almost every game all the way through. Like I've, ran errands here and there, but I've watched highlights for the things I missed. I'm trying really hard to watch it all. I enjoy watching the World Cup. I think the first one I remember watching was in 2014, and I was working at Nordstrom, and my boss, we had a bunch of cubicles, and so I got a weird awkward desk that looked right into my manager's cubicle, and the other manager was right next to her. But she was from Brazil, and so she really wanted to watch the World Cup. So we wheeled one of the TVs out of the conference room and set it right next to her desk where I could see it. The whole team could watch. And so I got to sit there and watch her watch Germany wax Brazil.
Then they lose 5-1.
I think it was 7-1.
Yeah, that game was...
and they were hosting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was safe for work.
Yeah,
she wasn't supposed to leave that out of the first 15 minutes.
Right. Whoops. She wasn't too thrilled about that. But yeah, I've tried to keep an eye on it. I think, where was it hosted last time? In 2020? Qatar. I remember the games were sometimes hard to watch in terms of time. So it's really cool hosting or third hosting with Mexico and Canada because all of the games are totally watchable. Yeah. I just bring my work laptop out on the couch and I'm just talking to Claude and watching soccer.
It's weird for me at work because I know I'm one of the resident soccer fan. I am the soccer fan on my team.
At most places you are the soccer.
Well, in a lot of other places, there's also when I worked at Amazon, there's a lot of immigrants there. So it's just tons of people are also doing it. It's a little bit weirder at my current job where it's just it's me. So it's just I can't, other people aren't on that timing.
Yeah.
This place, there's a lot more serious about work, nerdy people. And I don't feel like I can get away with it in the same sort of way. So it sucks.
Well, you're the resident soccer guy for me.
Yeah, but you're also in a group chat with all of.
That's true. I have come to know many fellow soccer guys.
You're surrounded by so many soccer people through me, which is hilarious. But now
Now they're my friends too.
Yeah, exactly.
And you got me to play soccer, which is actually how I became friends with many of these guys. Yeah. And now it's
But you also brought me wonderful people in my life, like Yessie and DJ Smile.
That's true.
And Justin, who also has brought his own subdivision of people to the team. So, yeah. Soccer, that's one of the... this is probably true about all sports. It's not just a beautiful game because all games are beautiful. But yeah, one of my favorite things, honestly, just through this World Cup is because you know how much of a people person, I'm a social butterfly. Just being downtown, talking to random people. I've hugged so many random people. I've taken pictures with so many random people just talking about Liverpool, I met this guy, Pete. He's from Scotland. And we were just on two Liverpool fans rooting for Scotland.
That's awesome.
Having a complete vibe in downtown Seattle.
That is cool. The videos and pictures you guys have been sending from the watch parties. I'm those are just good vibes.
It's one of the coolest because, Seattle is a very white city. And I joked about this in our group chat. It's just kind of I'm so used to just kind of seeing the city going crazy for the Mariners or the Seahawks or even the Sounders. And that definitely brings a demographic. Mm-hmm. But the demographic for Seahawks is people who live in Auburn and Enumclaw and stuff. And there's definitely a sort of a Seahawks people who drunkenly yell that versus this where it's just kind of all the different ethnicities that live in Seattle are all together. And this is a sort of vibe that I haven't with white people, but it's more I wouldn't say it's representative of the true demographics in Seattle, but it's a representation of the demographics of the United States, which is really, really cool to see, especially in our current political state. So
if you go to a Seahawks game, you don't see that.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounders more so because soccer is so universal. Yeah. But that is a good point.
And people just repping people just proudly repping where they're from without I haven't seen any fights. I haven't seen any people just there's been friendly banter and yelling back and forth, but it's all been super cool and you just love to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely, it's good vibes that everyone needs right now of you were saying, national pride besides Christian national pride that there's way too much of.
Yeah. So thank you, Joe Biden, for bringing us this work.
Yeah. Thank you, Joe Biden.
Thank you, Kamala Harris.
Yeah. Friend of the pod.
Yeah. I would love, you want to sit down here and have an ice cream, come on down.
I know, right? Kamala went on Call Her Daddy, come on Kevin Ugie.
Yeah, I don't want him to come on Kevin Ugie. You come watch the show with us.
Yeah.
Come watch American Pie.
Yeah.
Right. Speaking of coming.
Speaking of coming of age.
No, but before we get into that, I have a See What Had Happened Was for the gang. As a reminder, See What Had Happened Was is our recurring segment where one of us describes a movie misleadingly to try to throw the other person off and see if they can still guess it. I have found that this is a hard thing to do where you want to mask something so that it's challenging, but also describe it accurately.
Yeah.
It's kind of a fun challenge, like as you're working on it. Like it takes me a while to pick a movie, and then it takes me a while to figure out like how I want to fuck with you guys.
I've definitely like picked movies and I'm trying to like mask it, and I'm just like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I need to come back.
Yeah. I do think mine might be a little bit on easy mode this week. All right. So see what happened was a young man arrives in a lush, untouched paradise as part of an effort to steal the local resources for economic gains. After changing his body to match the indigenous inhabitants, he begins to learn their culture, eventually falling in love with one of their women. Through her, he learns the power of the locals' mystical natural connection with their world and joins their fight against the human destruction of it, culminating in a grand aerial battle.
What is Pocahontas Dances with Wolves Avatar?
Yeah. I feel like it's Avatar, but that's probably misleading. I'm trying to think of something else. I don't know. Evil Dead, Army of Darkness.
Fern Gully.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
I was just going to say, whichever one you didn't say.
I've never heard of Fern Gully.
Really?
Fern Gully?
Oh, Fern Gully.
Never even heard of it.
Fern Gully was like one of my favorites as a kid. I forget. I want to say it's from the 70s.
Best animated role.
Was it this? No, 92.
Okay, I've definitely seen this dragon. Oh, these little things? I've like seen mention of this like just through Zeitgeist.
Yeah.
But I've never seen the actual IP that it's from.
It's someone actually made, I'll find it and send it to you, and we'll link it in the description as well. Someone made the audio from the Avatar trailer and lined it up with scenes from Fern Gully.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's the same movie.
Yeah.
Like instead of like guy becomes Big Blue Navi, this like logger, humans come to the forest to like cut down trees for logging and end up polluting everything.
Yeah.
And like harming the fairies that live in the forest. And a guy accidentally gets shrunk down to the size of a fairy and like learns their ways and like tries to help them fight the loggers. And
what was your official answer for this?
it was Fern Gully.
It was Fern Gully.
I was trying to describe Avatar, but make it Fern Gully.
Yeah, okay.
And then I didn't even think about the fact that Pocahontas also
Not so much the aerial at the end.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're all the same.
That was in the
movie.
non-Disney version.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, little easy mode.
Chinese wuxia adaptation.
Cool. Thanks for playing along, everybody. Well, shall we talk about American Pie?
We shall.
1999 classic. So this movie was starring Jason Biggs, Alyson Hannigan, Seann William Scott, Chris Klein, Tara Reid, Mina Savari, Thomas Ian Nicholas, and Eddie K. Thomas. The tagline?
Excuse me. There's also one more star.
Eugene Levy.
Thank you.
Jennifer Coolidge.
I mean, both of them, yes, but
you wrote this.
Canadian all-star.
You see how he just set me up?
I didn't set you up. I'm just saying that there is one more star. I wrote it, sure. But there's one more.
Yes, Eugene Levy and Jennifer Coolidge. Absolute comedic goats, both of them.
I don't really feel like Jennifer Coolidge gets to show off her comedic chops in this one.
No. I think, and I would have shouted her out at some point, but because I thought of Eugene Levy as, the two of them have worked together so many times, came up together in improv.
Man, we need to do Bringing Down the House, soon.
Yes, we do. And Best in Show. Holly, looking for you to come on the pod still. The tagline, there's something about your first piece. Is that really the tagline?
Yeah. I think it's actually, this is a top tier because this is seriously top tier tagline. There's a double entendre.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's true for both. There's like the first time you have American Pie and the first time you hit, it's proper taglinium.
That is,
and this is S tier. This is like, I think
think about the pie pun when I read it.
Yeah.
I just, that does make it better. I thought it just meant, no, that's good.
It's raunchy, but it's raunchy with the, no. We're talking about pie.
Yeah.
And it's perfect. Like, I think this is actually the standard. I love the fastest mouth in the West meets the fastest fist in the East, which is good. That's A tier. This is S tier. This is a proper tagline.
That's good. Yeah. Now that, since you pointed out the pun,
yeah,
I changed my opinion when I just read it for the first time. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Released July 9th, 1999. R rating, runtime of 95 minutes. I tried to get the unrated version. I was going to rent it, but then I remembered that I actually had the DVD, and that's what I watched. I put the DVD in my Xbox, and
I might need to watch the unrated version. If you watch that, then you have extra scenes.
I didn't. I watched the DVD.
Okay. I forgot that there was all these unrated versions of movies. Literally, I actually now kind of sad. I would have liked to have watched like 15 more minutes of Sean William Scott being like, caca, caca.
Yeah. Or whatever. Okay, so directed by Paul Weitz, written by Adam Hertz. Did you look up any of their credits?
No.
Well, we'll get back to you. Rotten Tomatoes 61%, Metascore 58. Yeah, valid.
Yeah, this isn't their
best critical review.
Yeah, this isn't their best work. It spawned something tremendous. I did it this time.
Yeah,
so I hid the budget. How much do you think they spent to make this movie?
99. I'm gonna say $5 million.
It was 11 million.
Wow, where'd it go?
On that list of actors that were all at like the top of their like teen movie.
Fair.
Maybe not so much Jason Biggs, but the rest of them.
This did create Jason Biggs for
also,
sure.
What's her name? I forgot her name.
Tara Reid?
No, not Tara Reid. The foreign exchange.
Shannon Elizabeth.
Shannon Elizabeth. She gets fully nude. I mean, not fully nude, but mostly nude.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they had to pay her for that.
Yeah.
And you know what? There was money well spent.
Friend of the pod.
Yeah, shout out to Connected 23. This is a treat.
Yeah. This is what we want. Not Amanda
Handsucker? No. This is comparable.
Yeah. This is
Mel Gibson. Yeah.
This is Mel Gibson ass tier. Yeah. Okay, so you said 11 mil.
Yeah.
What did it open against?
It opened against Wild Wild West.
Oh.
Tarzan.
Oh.
The Haunting, and Big Daddy.
Excellent weekend for film.
Well, they didn't all come out, but that was what was out at that.
Oh, okay.
So like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent month for film then. Jesus, I love those movies.
If you want to guess like where it landed, that is the top 5. Where do you think it landed amongst those?
4.
Okay.
I'd say Haunting was under it. All right, so opening weekend, I'll give it 2 mil, gross US 15, gross worldwide 18.
Bro, you're not even close. Opening weekend, 18.7 mil.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Gross, 102.6.
Oh.
Worldwide, 235. This is the most successful movie that we've done so far.
Jesus. All right. Oogie's better at the budget game than me.
I would have failed. There's no way I would have guessed that it was this successful.
That's crazy.
It is. It's insanity.
I thought it was like a cult teenage, like grew with the generation kind of movie, not so much a like box office.
I would have thought so too, but even like, because I was still in Canada at this time when I was a kid, this was a movie that like, this was one of those movies that I snuck and like I got to watch it. Someone got a bootleg and I got to watch it when I shouldn't have watched it. I didn't really understand everything quite yet, and it was like this one of those movies that takes you a couple step forward in puberty that you
weren't ready for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I was like, I was fully aware of this movie. So when that happens with an American movie, as a Canadian, that's how I know that it's like
right. Yeah. That's funny. I know I didn't see this in theaters because I was
too young.
I had just turned 9 when this came out.
So I wanted to let you know. So okay. So it opened up against Wild. Out of that list, it was second. Its opening weekend, I guess it was first. American Wild Wild West was second with 13.5. Tarzan was third with 9.2. The Haunting, I didn't get numbers for it. Big Daddy got 6.1 mil.
That's pretty crazy that it beat Tarzan.
But
This is the
most
Disney,
of them were
Disney
all in,
Tarzan,
like,
right?
Most of them were on their third week.
Okay.
So like the only other thing that came out that week was The Haunting. The rest of like Wild Wild West, American Pie, Big Daddy were all in their third week. Star Wars Episode 1 was also, it was in week 8.
Wow. Okay.
So it was up there. I got the top 10. Austin Powers, Sly Who Shagged Me was in week 5, and Eyes Wide Shut was the week after.
What a summer.
Yeah.
Wow.
The movies
crazy.
were good.
Oh, I know.
I kind of miss these days.
I know.
Like, I know that American Pie as a, like, we gotta get laid by the summer. It's not like it's a trope. It's not a, like, new movie, but it's original in the delivery of it.
Right.
It's like a fresh take on something that's good.
Yeah.
And maybe this is just me being, I don't know what's the boomer version of millennial?
Snowflake.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But I feel like new movies just don't do that. And I feel bad for,
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a coming of age tale. They exist, but they're not this raunchy.
Yeah.
Like Superbad, I think, is the most recent one I can think
and that
of.
was still us.
Yeah.
That was like when we were in
I'm sure
when we
they
were in high school.
exist. Like, I'm sure there are.
I remember there was
the
that.
advent of streaming, people just go back to Superbad.
Yeah. There's that one where there's 2 kids. There's like a black kid and a white kid. Not step
Good
dads
Boys.
or whatever. Yeah, Good Boys.
Yeah, the one produced by Seth Rogen.
Yeah, and
I think that's like the closest.
yeah, and it's still, they're too young because this is like, these people are adults. Like when we watched Superbad, it was like, I watched Superbad when I was 18.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, I literally just went through this
Yeah.
shit.
Maybe Bottoms is like the closest recent equivalent.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's kind of like a coming of age raunchy comedy. Kind of also absurdist. It's,
is it the girl one?
Yeah, the girl one.
Yeah, okay.
Both lesbians.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one. This is why we need a girl on the podcast.
We do. We do need a girl on the Holly, come do Best in Show. We have lots of things to say about this movie, but first we'll do the full synopsis. So, spoiler alert for American Pie seems a little unnecessary. There's not a ton to spoil.
It's a very straightforward movie. I'll get into the synopsis.
Yeah.
There's one thing to know, and everyone already knows it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
and as for a previous episode, no one ever lets them forget.
yeah, exactly.
So, 4 high school seniors, Jim, Oz, Finch, and Kevin, are approaching graduation, reckoning with the fact that they may have to go into college as virgins. Rather than introspecting and asking themselves why women aren't interested in them, they make a pact to support each other in lying and manipulating to get laid by the end of summer.
Kevin, the short king ringleader of the pact, relentlessly hounds his longtime girlfriend Vicky to have sex with him despite the fact that he can't decide whether or not he even loves her. Dissatisfied with third base, he tries everything he can possibly think of to convince her to stop having aspirations for her first time being special and give in. His older brother hands down a sex manual, which at least means Vicky gets to have an orgasm once. Eventually, she settles for Kevin at prom and in the morning accepts that they're likely going to break up now.
Finch bribes Vicky's best friend Jessica to spread rumors around school that he's amazing at sex. With every single girl in their class fixated on his prowess and girth, Finch has a pick of the proverbial litter for his prom date. But when popular jock and heart of pure feces, Steve Stifler, is rebuffed by a girl who wants to go to prom with Finch, he foils the scheme, slipping Finch a laxative and staging the witnesses for subsequent release. But at least Finch ends up having sex with Stifler's mom at the party, so who really lost there?
Jim takes an innocent opportunity to study with his crush Nadia and turns it into a sex crime, streaming her live on the internet to the entire school email distribution list without her consent and getting her thrown out of the country entirely, and also somehow premature ejaculating twice in the process. Having given up on succeeding in the pact, he deigns to take a band geek named Michelle to prom. Despite not liking spending time with her, he finds that she actually wants to have sex with him for some reason, so all's well that ends well.
Oz joins the choir to get to know a girl named Heather, who nobody seems to have realized even goes to the school. The experience of actually talking to a woman as if she's a human being changes Oz permanently, and he becomes dissatisfied with the shallowness of his peers. He and Heather begin to fall in love, and even though he does get laid, he pretends to his friends that he didn't because he's not a single-minded cretin.
With the pact fulfilled, the boys reflect on their success and their perceived growth as they prepare to head off to college, and an entire generation is left reckoning with their sins for decades.
Yeah. I think that succinctly puts it.
So I think that's the synopsis I'm most proud of so far.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if we should bury the lead here. I think I just want to go.
Yeah, let's talk about
it.
Let's talk about it.
Because there's a lot of real questionable things that happen in this movie. But, you know, of course, you need to look at this through the frame of 1999. But the fact is, like, even the women in this movie log into this and they're just like, no one at any point was just like, this was fucked up.
Yeah.
No one is upset with this man for like live streaming this girl. She's diddling herself in his room, which I don't know, whatever. That's
extremely unrealistic.
Yeah.
Also, like
None
she
of
just
this-
came
yeah.
from ballet practice and needs to change.
I think she actually has the hots for him.
Yeah.
That's how the movie's trying to make it seem. So whether or not that's realistic or not, I don't know. Some girls are freaks. Some guys are freaks. Not getting consent to put someone on the internet, and then even if it doesn't really matter if it's to 4 people or the entire school.
Yeah.
But it's also fucked up. It's just like, yes, she gets kicked out of the country. She's the only person who suffers. Like, okay, yeah, everyone makes fun of you for like a day at school.
Yeah.
She actually suffers real consequences, and then they just gloss over that shit.
Yeah. It's just like her sponsor family saw it and sent her back to Europe. Like, what?
Yeah. She did nothing wrong.
No, this was completely against her consent. And not only does she get violated and like tossed out of the country, there's zero remorse from anyone in this movie. And like at the time, nobody in the audience either.
Yeah.
Those
Like-
wacky foreigners and their consent.
That's what I think is watching it now. It isn't like the premise is gross. Like the everything about it is gross. But like the biggest thing is watching it going, this was like completely normalized and no one even thought twice about
Yeah.
it. When it feels like, you know, the country and the world are in the dumps, at least we've grown in some ways that are demonstrable from.
I feel like this, like the normalization of this is what caused people like Hunter, whatever that dude is from Is Anyone Up?
Yeah.
Like like people who do that, those things directly lead to each other.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if like that really, this concept really existed in because people are always trying to see naked pictures of people.
Mhm.
Like that's always going to exist.
That's what
But
they first drew in the caves.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And like porn, like it's very porn positive. At the beginning, like the dad sharing porn magazines with his son.
Yeah.
They talk about it. She's into it. They don't demonize women liking sex in this movie.
Yeah.
Which is a very like good positive thing. And a lot of women in this movie have a lot of agency. They're smart. They don't like how they're treated. And like, it's so conflicting that like, it's aware of this movie doesn't treat women like they're idiots or objects completely. Like, I
Yeah.
think the point of the movie is that that's not true, but then it's like anchored down by like such a horrible thing to do to somebody
Yeah.
and like played off as a joke. And it's really weird at the end. That's the unrealistic thing to me. This girl gets kicked out of the country. Like I guess she didn't get deported, but she has to go home. Her parents are probably pissed. And she's at the end watching him strip and like douche. Like your life is altered right now. You wouldn't just,
She's just cool with
she's
it.
just like, yeah.
Because there's no way she doesn't know what really happened.
Exactly. I mean, he could see like, oh, it was an accident, but he's like, oh, so you didn't mean to send it.
Yeah, the email went out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about the sequel and like the fact that like she comes back and plays a critical role as like an ally to him. I was like, no way in hell. Like,
Unless you really, really liked him, which
Yeah.
people do. Some people are just really like other people and they're willing to defend.
or maybe she
The
just
action.
didn't care,
Which is,
which is great.
plausible,
And
but-
which is great after the fact,
yeah.
but is the lack of consent in putting her on the internet that's the
Yeah.
problem, right? Like she clearly, like you said, clearly was into him and like didn't mind the parts she knew about. It's the not knowing part that's like really gross and hard to watch. And you're completely right that like this kind of shit is why the 2000s were so toxic.
Because I remember college and high school and stuff. I remember when like that sort of stuff would happen.
Yeah.
Like tapes or photos of people would
right, like
get out.
when like iCloud leaks were like
Yeah.
commonplace and
No, I just mean like people that like I
Yeah,
know.
people
that I
yeah.
know this sort of stuff would happen to, and no one was ever like, haha, that's sick.
Yeah.
It was
let
like
me
a
go
huge
date this
joke
guy.
when like Jennifer Lawrence's nudes got leaked.
Yeah.
yeah.
back
Haley
in
Williams.
2010s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like, but I mean, on the flip side, yeah, those are some like almost. She's like a perfect specimen. Yeah.
Yeah, Shannon Elizabeth is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Friend of the pod.
Yeah.
Great job in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, alongside Jason Biggs.
Yeah, Jason. So now we can talk about, now that we've gotten like, now that that's out of the way.
It's like the Danny Masterson disclaimer for Puff Puff Pass, but not as bad.
Yeah, not as bad. I feel this.
Also, I love this movie. Like, as hard as it was to watch that part and like look at it through 2026 lens, I love this movie.
Something almost similar to that has happened to me, where I like creamed my pants when getting.
I was wondering where that was going.
Yeah.
What part of this had
so
happened?
like I can relate, but not the double.
Yeah, the double. That's impressive.
Because
that first one will sneak up on you, right? Like exactly. Especially when you're 18.
When you're young, you can't. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know what you're doing. But that first one will sneak up. I think there was Cat Williams, and he also snapping that first one off.
Exactly. Yeah. He's also a virgin, so it makes a lot of sense. She's gorgeous. Yeah. She's ready to go. He's already mentally.
Yeah.
He can't believe what's happening. I can accept the first one.
Yeah, biologically, the second one I don't accept.
It's just like he uses a little bit of game. He dances. He's like, "Oh, look at this," and then he uses a slick line. He's like, "Yeah, these literal porn stars are arousing, but not as arousing as you."
Yeah,
slick.
That
is a great line to get yourself back in the game. This man, it's like he was running for the touchdown and like fumbled the ball. He
started celebrating.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He fumbled the ball, but then somehow in the bobbling he picked it up.
Yeah,
and then was running, and then he did that,
and then he celebrated.
And then he celebrated and tossed it.
That's exactly it. Yeah, somehow then, like, not down by contact. Literally,
the other team picks it up and like returns it for touchdown. But I guess by the end of the movie, actually there was a flag on the play. And he just gets to run it in from the 1 yard line, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. That's...
that whole scene, like, it's funny too. Like, there's like, I'm not sure if there's supposed to be context or if they have like a cinematic universe, but like they have their, I guess, friends or their schoolmates that have a monkey in the band.
Yeah, that was weird. At least one of those guys is in the band, and one of them is Travis Barker. Did you notice that?
No, I don't.
Travis Barker, like with way fewer tats, is one of the guys like in the back. Like, ooh.
that whole part's realistic. If you got sent that,
especially in '99, because like I said, nobody was thinking like if you got that link not knowing what it was, you'd be like, oh, sweet porn. Yeah, because internet porn was not easy to find in '99. Yeah. Either. That was
thinking about like the bit rate for that. Like I remember I used to use MSN Messenger back in the day, and just as a quick Ugie aside, when I came to live in the United States and everyone was using AOL Instant Messenger, God, that was a fucking shit time. I had to conform to all these dumbasses that lived in fucking Seattle. Everybody was using AIM after I was using a superior product for years.
Yeah,
and MSN Messenger. If you don't know, oh man, I'm about to put so much graphics of MSN Messenger. You could play games on MSN Messenger. You could have voice. You could do video call. You could do all this sort of stuff. I didn't have enough clout when I moved here to be like, hey, everyone, stop using AIM. But
AIM had Smarter Child, though. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I hated AIM.
It was like pre-AI. It was like a bot that you could chat with. You had to say the right things for it to respond, but
yeah, I remember the bots.
Yeah.
I remember my
what was your AIM username?
It was Ugo Fool. I just like made it like
that's good
without any thought. And I remember my dad being fucking pissed off at me and telling everybody, Ugo's messenger name is Ugo the Fool, and this is what he thinks about himself, and he's a fucking idiot, and like all this fucking like it was only I'm not sure if your parents this is a very black thing to do.
No,
they're like call your family and like talk about
you on blast.
Put you on blast while you can hear them, and if you try to defend yourself, it makes it worse.
That's not my family.
It was just like I didn't think about any. I was just making something up.
That was like not even that bad.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what mine was?
What?
Buffy fan.
That's cool. I guess it's not like self-derogatory in any way. So
I feel like Ugo Fool isn't even that derogatory. It's Ugo Fool.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what you meant.
That's not what I meant. I just fucking, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was fooling.
fooling around.
Yeah.
The 90s-ness of this movie was the best part for sure.
The music.
The soundtrack was so good. Like 2 Third Eye Blind songs in a single soundtrack. Also, like I said, I have, you may remember from college, I have a giant burned DVD collection. And so when I was about to pay $4 to rent this movie, I was like, my DVDs are right there. My Xbox is right there. I went and found it in the binder and put it in. And so I got to experience the DVD menu, which like screenshots. It's like an internet, like Windows 99 or whatever, 98 with like the like gray window boxes, and it's like a menu of like those like gray pixelated buttons.
Do you watch any deleted scenes or anything like that?
I started watching the outtakes, but I couldn't really hear super well, and I was really tired, so I turned out. I am going to go back and watch the outtakes.
We should just watch it together.
Scenes. Yeah, that would be good.
We should do like outtakes, commentary, and upload that for the Patreon.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, like as soon as the DVD menu came up, Cole and I are both like, "Oh my god!" And also like started watching it, and I was like, I can't even turn subtitles on. Like, like we're talking about, it's closed captions or nothing, and you got to be lucky. And I also couldn't remember like how to control DVDs with my Xbox controller. Yeah. So,
who was your least favorite of the Gym Bros?
Kevin.
Kevin? Okay.
Yeah, Kevin needs therapy. Like, I was a horny teenage boy. Kevin is unwell.
I think I'm the most Kevin out of all.
Which
I'm like, yeah, bitch, I love you.
I'm kind of all of them mixed together, which is like, that's my therapy session.
Yeah.
Because I played lacrosse, and I did want to get laid, and I was also a dork with a big vocabulary like Finch. So I don't know. I feel like I'm all of them. I also didn't like go to parties or drink, so I'm none of them at the same time.
Yeah. No.
Who was your favorite of the 4?
Who was my favorite? The first part of the movie of Oz, and then the second part of the movie of Oz is my least favorite. Because yeah, Kevin is sort of annoying.
Oz is the only one who has character growth.
He does, but it's just that's my toxic trait. I'm just like, bro, you're so annoying right now. I mean, everybody has that. Every guy has that friend that's just like, oh, I'm so like he turns into Finch, like. Oh, like, I'm so above this now, guys. I've met my true love, and I guess maybe that's just like my cold heart not understanding true love or something. I don't know. But it's just like, bro, you're 18 whole years. You just met this girl.
Right.
You still know nothing about her. You guys sing a song together. In fact, when you made this bet, you didn't know her. You didn't know yourself.
Right. I do have a huge problem with him leaving the championship lacrosse game in the middle. Like,
to sing a song with a girl you just met.
Exactly.
With some people that you don't know. Like, bro, you are betraying all your homies. As a
teammate, I would have been so mad if my captain just, like, ran off for a girl. Like...
That's not leadership.
No.
That's not love. If you guys were truly in love, she would understand.
Which she did.
Yeah, she did, yes.
That's why he didn't have to do that. She was like, I understand. You got to do what you got to do.
Like there was enough time for him to finish the game.
Yeah,
it was in the same place.
Also, thank God that Michigan State was hosting both the high school lacrosse championships and the a cappella competition in the same day at the same time. How convenient.
Bro's getting into college. Bro is getting into college. I will say that.
Yeah.
The Glee Club.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Lacrosse.
Yeah. It's just from, like you said, like I'm just repeating what you said right now. If one of my teammates did that, like, you know, I wouldn't forgive them.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if we won or lost. It's just like, you didn't even explain. If you explained,
he's
like, hey guys, I like that. Everybody has that. Like, hey, like this is important to me. I need to go do this. He doesn't explain. He's just like, you know what? This is no longer important to me.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Right. Also, the coach, they try to make it seem like the coach is like this unreasonable asshole, but he's literally coaching. He's like, hey, that thing that Oz just did. Don't do that anymore. That was bad for the game. Do this. The assistant coach was also cracking me up, just like mimicking everything that the coach said. Just like really made me laugh. And then just I don't know, I could not
His head was
stand that.
literally not in the game.
Yeah, he just. I did love the '90s lacrosse, the gear, and like, I'm sure those were real players that they had as doubles because it looked like legitimate lacrosse, so that was fun. But
while we're talking about their relationship, I also wanted to get to, I don't remember her name, but Oz's girlfriend,
Heather,
Heather, when she gets mad at him, she's like, "Your friends were making fun of me, girl. You're all of 18 years old." Like, he's just standing there, just like
he didn't even do anything. All he did was not tell them to stop. And he laughed a little bit. Which, like...
You would laugh.
Also, how did she know Stifler? I guess he did start saying things like, hit that high C for me, babe, which was pretty funny. I don't know. I understand being mad that he wasn't defending her, I guess. But also, to your earlier point, they just met.
Yeah. He's known these people forever. In fact, you know that he knows these people forever. You go to this school.
That's what, like they all acted like they just Columbused this girl. Like she just appears in the choir room one day and like.
Well, that happens. There's definitely people at your school that you've never met,
but you've seen them.
Different, yeah. But I mean, I understand that to some degree. Like, there's definitely people that like. Coley was one of those people.
Yeah.
With me, like, me and her had like zero interactions throughout high school. We became friends in college.
Yeah.
Like, so like I understand that to like some degree, but like I was aware of her and the circle that she was like in. I just was never
you just weren't part of it.
Yeah. So it's just like it's not like she was a completely like you said, it's not like she
knows who Stifler is.
Exactly. Yeah. She knows who Stifler. She would just be like, there are girls that went to my high school that would just be like, if something similar, they'd be like, oh, Ugo's just being Ugo right now. They have nothing to do with the person he's talking to.
Right. Yeah. And you just like I said, I understand why she would be upset, but he didn't do anything. Like, it's also like a perfectly believable high school scenario for like this girl that you just started dating or talking to like see your friend making fun of her and you not defending her and have that be like a drag out fight for a week. Like totally believable. I can think of plenty of examples. I was to any girl from Highline that might be watching this, I know I was the problem. Doesn't matter which one of you is watching this. I know I was the problem. I was the Stifler here.
Well, to any girl that went to Kennedy that's watching this, they're zero.
Like, I've learned nothing. I regret nothing. Y'all weren't in my secret agent classes.
Nah. Yeah, actually, real. I got beef with one.
I also, before we move on from Heather, when they were fighting and he like catches her, she's coming to school and is trying to talk to her. And he's like, nice car. Just a Mark III Jetta.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're cool, but I feel like they should have put her in a Benz or something to like make those lines make much sense because it wasn't even a brand new Jetta. But here's Kevin's car take of the week. Mark III Jettas are cool.
When we were watching this, I was gonna make like a Eric Andre-esque Paul Walker is alive joke about Tara Reid. She actually is alive.
Yeah,
I don't know why I thought she was dead. I thought that she was dead. I don't know. So I guess she is alive. That's my note here is Tara Reid is alive. It's just a factual note.
Turns out, she ain't dead.
Also, since we were talking about Oz, Suck Me Beautiful is hilarious.
Suck me beautiful.
What did you just say?
Suck me beautiful.
The fact that he thought that he could say that to an older person
or anyone.
I feel like if you say it to someone who's dumb, it could potentially work. Like, I know there are people,
or like if you're already in a relationship with someone and like you have predetermined that like talking dirty is fun, right? Like if you say that to your girlfriend and it's like it's in the right vibe, sure, but just like There's this college girl I've been talking to. I'm gonna throw down this line right now.
I'm gonna take her to make out point and be like, "Suck me, beautiful." It's gonna fucking
it's
work.
gonna work. It's knocking out of the park. So you bringing up college chick brings me to my category called women in this movie who were portrayed well.
Yeah,
and she's one of them.
Yeah,
I do love that her major is postmodern feminist thought, which is a very specific major.
I think that's supposed to be a joke too, but I feel like, you know, well, it's funny because like maybe it is supposed to be a joke, but she's also just like treats someone with respect and like, you're an idiot, don't do that. I'll take you to your little friends.
Yeah, one of the she's on the list of women portrayed well in this movie.
Okay, so can I guess?
Yeah,
I mean, I guess Tara Reid's. She's conflicted, but she's not like.
So I have both a women who were portrayed well and a women in this movie who were not portrayed well list. Okay. So you can pick.
I'm going to put her in the positive list.
Vicky, huh?
Vicky.
Tara Reid.
That's Tara Reid. Okay, who is Vicky's friend?
Jessica.
She's portrayed well to me.
Jessica is in my list of portrayed well.
Yeah.
The only part that like made me hesitate was that she participated in Finch's bullshit of like lying to all these girls.
Because I think she's one of those girls. She's one of those like Daria-esque, maybe not Daria. Daria's not. Yeah, Daria's friend, who I also can't remember right now. I feel like she's the person that's like, I'm gonna like just more of a world burning things. Like Finch is harmless.
Yeah, that's why I bumped Jessica up.
Yeah,
is like she was messing with girls that she knows are stupid.
Yeah,
like she's like I think it was like the vibe you get from Jessica, played fucking brilliantly by the Natasha Lyonne.
Yeah,
at 19, she was only 19 when they shot this.
Yeah,
and Finch was 17 when they started filming, 18 when they finished. Natasha Lyonne. Friend of the pod, one of the goats. I ended up bumping her into the portrayed well because I feel like she had an identity that wasn't anchored to anyone else in the movie. She was like, yeah, got paid $200. I'll spread some rumors. It's high school. None of this shit matters. You know, like that was kind of her vibe the whole time. It was like, y'all are taking this way too seriously. Like, I'm just going to do my own thing.
I also really liked the scene when Kevin was talking to her and she was, I think I don't remember I didn't write it down, but like she asked him something like when he was trying to get her back. And he said something like, she was like, do you just want to get in her pants? He was like, well, yeah, but I actually care about her. And then she smiled and was like, okay, I'll help you. And I was just like, yeah, she was like, she's not like, she doesn't really give a shit, but she's like, she cares about her friend. And like, she also understands that Vicky's kind of dumb too. And Vicky can also be in the wrong. And she like, her character, like you said, has a lot more depth than I feel like a lot of the characters in this movie really do. Like, you get like she doesn't really have an arc.
I think Jessica is the reason this movie actually passes the Bechdel test, despite all of its problems. Vicky, I have firmly in the not portrayed well category.
Yeah, she kind of sucks.
Because Kevin sucks so fucking bad. Like, that was my big takeaway here is like, Kevin is trash. Let's clip that. Yeah. Kevin is trash. It's cool to hate Tara Reid now. That's not what I'm doing. Kevin is trash and like treats her like shit. And it all works out for him.
Does he treat her like shit?
Getting a blowjob from your longtime girlfriend and then saying to your buddy, like, enough of this blowjob shit, I need to get laid.
Yeah, but I mean, I hate that I'm about to say this, and I'm going to say it anyways, but there's, like, locker room talk. Like,
sure,
saying that to your friend is different than, like, I feel like a lot of people say shit to, like, their buddies that they, like, either don't mean.
I agree. But every time she tries to talk about anything else with him, he tries to have sex with her. True. Like that's where like Kevin is the worst.
But we only get to see their. Why am I defending this guy? He fucking sucks. Yeah. Okay. I'm just saying, like the movie's about sex. They're showing us the scenes of them hanging out where it's
what really sealed it for me is like all he ever he fucks up. He's a bad boyfriend, and he apologizes, but still can't tell her that he loves her, but still expects her to have sex with him. And eventually she just gives up on needing him to love her and just has sex with him anyway. And then like, are we supposed to get this, wow, I wish my girlfriend was like that. Like in that final scene where she's like, puts the ponytail up. She's like, we're probably going to break up for college, huh? That's okay. Everything's fine.
I actually like that about the movie.
It's fine about the movie, but it makes no fucking sense with that character.
You're right. I think that for the character, it's a bit odd, but I think that Kevin wasn't sure and then he didn't lie, which is a good thing.
Sure.
You shouldn't just lie.
That's true. You shouldn't just say you love someone to get laid.
Yeah. it's I think for her it's just like I'm coming to a realization that like we're not going to be together, but I got my night, and she obviously cares about him and wanted, like she said when she was speaking to her friend, the cool friend
Jessica.
Yeah. She was just like, oh, am I gonna lose my virginity to some dude in college, or like the guy that I've been spending all this time with? And like that tracks.
Yeah.
But I don't want to ding her because I feel like she just doesn't know what she wants really, and she probably just needed to break up with Kevin.
To be clear, I'm not dinging Vicky as this theoretical person. I'm talking about the portrayal of like a young girl. Like I don't love the precedent that like Vicky as one of the main girls in this movie sets as like
okay,
like that, like that's like I'm thinking about like how they're portraying women in this movie.
Yes, okay.
More so than like whether or not Vicky as a character makes sense. Does that make
yeah?
You get what I'm saying?
That makes a little bit more sense. I get what you're saying. I don't know.
So we talked about Jessica, college chick.
I definitely
Vicky.
dated someone where they like that whole like I relate to that situation. Like I was in a relationship at one point where that was exactly it. Like we did all the other stuff besides that, and I was a lot younger then, so I was probably wasn't so Kevin, but more Kevin.
Yeah. That's like I get it. Is it like it's just watching it now? I'm like, this guy like needs therapy. Like
Yeah.
like
I think we all need therapy.
Yeah, sure. I just felt like it was a little too much. Like,
Yeah.
And even like I think that's kind of the point of his. I don't even know if he has a character arc. He's pretty linear. Like I think everyone else has like some sort of arc, and Kevin is like the through line of like, and then his friends at the end are like, dude, like,
Well, he's
you're
like
like
anti-Oz.
yeah,
Because Oz learned something, and I don't feel like Kevin really does.
yeah.
He's just
He gets what he wants.
He gets what he wants, but he's not happier for it.
Yeah.
I think everybody else kind of gets something, which I think they speak to in the later movies.
Yeah.
Where
That's
it's just
true.
like,
I guess there is a good chunk of the second movie that deals with him and Tara Reid not being together and his feelings on that. And it doesn't reconcile well for him. So like I was actually thinking about that on my drive over here, that like this movie by itself has a lot of problems to it that actually get very well resolved in the sequel. So like
There's a sequel?
yeah,
there's
just like 5.
3 more.
How do you get like
Oh, there's if you don't count the spin-offs.
spin-off?
Yeah, because there's like The Naked Mile, which has like Stifler's younger brother as the main character.
Yeah.
And then there's American Pie 2, American Wedding, American Reunion with like the same core cast.
Except for, I think Oz isn't in the American Wedding. I'm not sure if he's in Reunion. I forget if I watched Reunion or not.
I know I saw it, but I can't remember anything about
Yeah.
it. Wedding is underrated. Wedding is great.
Wedding is one of my favorite
It's so
movies.
good.
Like, yeah, I'd be willing to just maybe do a 2 and a Wedding like combined episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, we're talking about Kevin far too much at this point. But
Yeah.
I agree.
So,
He's not. He's. I think we answered our question. He's kind of the worst one. Oz matures, and I think I have issues with your friend lying. This is maybe a short-sighted way of viewing this because he's happy and he's doing what he wants.
Yeah.
But I also feel that that's the thing that happens that I've observed in all my life, where you're really close to somebody and then they ditch you for like a girl they just met.
Yep.
And when that sort of thing, like,
I think we've all experienced that.
Yeah.
A girl or a guy. Like, I think that's universal.
Universal.
Everyone has seen someone dive way too hard on a grenade. And like,
Yeah.
that
the
was one thing
Silverman.
I learned like a long time ago is like, also don't be the friend to be like, yo, she ain't it, you know? Because that never works out well, even if it comes to a point where you get to say, I told you so.
I've never been that person, but it also like sucks where you're just like, me and you have been through the trenches together and like, we don't talk anymore now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking of a specific person who's like, this isn't even my story. I think if you can ESP who I'm talking about.
We're thinking about the same thing.
And I'm just like, every time that I think about that, I'm just like, how?
Yeah.
Like, how can that even happen?
Yeah, on your button M. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like, y'all been through everything and you just, anyways.
Yeah. So speaking of Oz and Heather, where do you think I put her on the portrayal?
I mean,
Where do you think I put her, and then where do you put her?
I honestly don't know. I don't even know where I put her. I think she's.
So I put her on portrayed well.
Yeah, I was.
And the reason that I wrote down is that she comes in meeting this guy and has high expectations and waits for him to meet them.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's a great thing to teach young
women,
girls, right? Like, don't be like, I expect this. I like this guy. He doesn't meet it. Let me lower that bar into the basement. You know what I mean? So that's why
she's respectful of when he's just like, I have something else to do, and
she wants to get to know him. So I think Heather is portrayed well.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think that's where I was leaning. I was just thinking you're gonna have some like reason for why that's not true.
No, I'm not trying. I'm not. No gotchas here.
Yeah, no. I think she's a cool character. She's not really even annoying. She just has her own life, and this dude came into her life with the express to hook up with her, and he accomplishes it, but in a positive way. And I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with that. Yeah. I think that like the she's all that sort of thing. Like if you make a bet to meet someone and then you meet them and you realize that you actually like them, is that a bad thing?
Yeah, no, that's great.
I feel like if someone would just be like, oh, well, like the only reason why this person is talking to you is because they made a bet. But then like, oh, but then after when I actually started hanging out with you, I liked you. I wouldn't be like, fuck you. I'd be like, okay, yeah, right. Cool. Whatever. You didn't like me before. You didn't know me.
Yeah. It's a trope as old as teen movies.
Yeah. But, also, self-esteem is a real thing.
I had the biggest crush on Mina Savari in the 2000s who played Heather. She was also in Loser with Jason Biggs and was like a little bit older in that. And that's the one where like I remember seeing that movie once on TV. Can't remember shit about it, but I was just like so in love with Mina Savari.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't know who Shannon Elizabeth was, but that was
Shannon Elizabeth. Where do you think I put her on here?
She was portrayed the best out of anyone, honestly.
Yeah, I struggled hard with Nadia because she didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah,
she
she's a sex positive person.
Yeah,
she really doesn't do any. I think the
portrayal of her like coming into his room and just like getting naked and masturbating is the part that I dinged it for. If that were realistic, I have no problem with it. It was just like it felt way too male gazy. Like we're gonna write this character that doesn't exist, that is who we wish was in our room when we were 18. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's why I moved her down to not portrayed well.
My porn broken brain doesn't. I know. I just don't want to agree. Yeah. I'm just like, no, she exists. Shannon Elizabeth will come into my room and come in my room. Can't that just? Yeah, exactly. Can't I just have that? Can I just hold on to the?
Sure.
One of my
man dream.
Yeah, one of my buddies was arguing with me about this the other day, like on Friday. Me and him got into like an intense argument because he was just like, most people don't think that these things could happen, but you believe they can happen. He's like, you believe, like, that's what he'd say. He'd be like, you believe that Shannon Elizabeth was going to come into your room and do that. You actually believe that. And I was like, no. He was talking about something else, but I was like, no, like, I'm talking like this. I don't actually believe
bro, you're like, a boy can dream.
Yeah, exactly. He was like, let me live, bro.
Wrong.
Well, while we're talking about Nadia, Nadia is the reason that I bumped Michelle off of the portrayed well to not portrayed well list at the last minute.
Yeah.
So when I first started this, Michelle was one of the first.
Wait, how did you have Nadia? Do you have her portrayed well?
I had her not portrayed well.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I think there are aspects of her that if it wasn't so
I think
male fantasy,
2026, she's a well portrayed.
That's the thing. Like as portraying a young woman as sex positive is fine. It's that she only existed to satisfy the horny male gaze fantasy.
Well, no, because yes. That's not wrong, but she is like she is his girl for the movie. Like they're all paired up. So like, yeah, but I mean they all exist for that in this movie to some degree.
My point is that when the writers made this, they weren't like, let's make Nadia sex positive.
Yeah,
they were like, let's make Nadia a fantasy girl. Yes. That's why I moved her into not portrayed well.
But I also find it was super funny at the beginning when they're in school and he comes over, he's like, and she just looks at him like,
That was great.
no, I was just like, she was a normal person. She's like, this guy's weird, but he's kind of cute in this weird way. And if she was a freak,
Yeah.
some people do weird stuff that is.
You know what? You brought me around.
I don't think. Yeah, I think that the.
I think
people
I blame
around-
the writers for it, and I don't blame the character of
Yes.
Nadia.
Nadia. I think that first of all, she's from Europe, and they're much more sexual, like that sort of shit. Like, is she German?
I don't know what
I
she's.
forget where
They
she's
never.
from.
They never say.
really say, but like,
European.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's vaguely European, but wherever she's from, they're
ballet
much more sex
practice.
positive, and that would be a little bit more reasonable.
Sure.
It wasn't if there were an American character with blonde hair and that was happening, completely unbelievable.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Deal.
You're still right, but thank you for coming over to my side.
Yeah. Deal. So, like I was saying, I moved Michelle. When I first wrote this down, I have Michelle listed as portrayed well because, like, you could tell she's bothered about not getting let into Stiflers, but like, she's happy. Like, she has agency. She knows what she wants. She doesn't really give a fuck about like the cliquey shit, and she seeks out Jim. She seeks him out and wants him for a specific purpose, and all that is great. And then I started thinking about the fact that she picked him because she watched the Nadia thing. And rather than standing up for her sister, she's like, well, I know he's going to come. I'll have sex with him.
She's a freak.
She is. I don't know.
You're right. Like that's
as I was writing this, I was like, Michelle is a traitor to her sisters. And
it's like the nice guy trope. It's geez, what did I just there's a piece of media that I just watched where it's like specifically this, but backwards. It's like a guy only goes after a girl because something bad just happened to her, so he thinks that he can get her, and that's completely not right. And it's very much the same thing, but reversed right now, because like he was just embarrassed, and she's just like, oh, it was fucking, what was it called? Childhood? The thing, it was on Netflix. Adolescence. Did you watch Adolescence?
No. She might like me. She's clever, don't you think?
Seen it yet?
Okay. If I could give you a quick summary of that. This kid kills his classmate. They want to figure out why. And basically what happened to Nadia is like she got leaked and he tried to be nice to her. So he was like, oh, well, she was sending nudes to this one person. Maybe she might want to have sex with me. But she's just like, no, you're a fucking loser. I would never. And so he's so incel that he kills her.
Oh.
And the whole show's like about how that all... One of the episode where he gets interrogated is like one of the best pieces of media I've
heard
seen.
good. It's all, the whole show's a one or two, right? Like it's all
every
one
episode
shot?
is all one shot.
Yeah.
Every episode's one shot. Please watch Adolescence.
Yeah.
So it's so good.
Planning on it.
But like, yes, it's funny that, yeah, that's what it's like. Michelle actually mirrors this kid from Adolescence in the opposite way.
Okay, let's go.
What's my name? Say my name, bitch!
Michelle.
But it's like played for laughs instead of like high drama.
Yeah.
It's like the exact same thing, except she doesn't go and fucking kill him.
Yeah, and they end up getting married, then it all works out.
Yeah, it all works out.
But I just like, this is why I like, as I was writing Nadia's, I was like, you know what? Fuck Michelle too.
Yeah, that actually isn't like, I'm more, Nadia's portrayed in a sex positive way. This is like the insidious male fantasy.
That's the
to
thing.
me.
Like if Alyson Hannigan was, if they cut out the part where she's like, of course I saw the video. I knew you were a sure thing. If you cut out that line, Michelle's the best woman in this movie.
Yeah.
Because she's just like happy little weirdo, like just like gets a date and they hook up and she's in control and she knows what she wants and that's great.
But this version, she's actually just taking advantage of someone who's been deeply sexually, like, he is in a place of high sexual shame that everybody knows about. He's at a low point. He himself is at a low point.
Right.
She knows this, and she's essentially just taking advantage of that fact because she's just like, he'll probably put out, and he does, which is actually pretty gross.
Yeah.
Like, it's like different when it's guys.
It's harmless. It's just like that one line that I was like, gross. Like,
Yeah.
like you saw this horrible thing happen to this other girl in your class, and that felt like a good thing for you to like go after this guy. Like, that's
Even if the way the movie frames it, it wasn't a horrible thing that happened to her.
I know,
But like, I agree with you.
I'm adding to it.
Yeah, but even in the movie's lore,
Yeah.
where that wasn't that horrible of what happened to Nadia, something horrible happened to Jim, and she's still
Yeah.
utilizing this as an ability. So,
Jim kind of did it to himself.
yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right.
Jim's not a victim, but
He's not a victim, and he did it to himself, yes, but just because you're a bad person doesn't mean bad things can't happen to you.
yeah,
There aren't bad people, but just because you do something that's bad doesn't mean bad things can't happen to you, and doesn't mean that you're not.
and he only meant to
Yeah.
send it to his friends.
Yeah,
Not that
empathy's
that's
still
like
better, but it is
okay.
better. It is.
it is better.
It's
not
better.
good.
It's not good. Yes, it's still fucked up.
Yeah.
But this is actually crazy. I hope that we can chop this up in a way for socials because, yeah, Michelle is literally, or not, his name's not Michelle. What's
It is. No, you got that right this time.
Yeah, Michelle is literally the kid from fucking adolescence, and I've never thought about that. That's
Yeah.
crazy. We're the first person to ever say that.
Yeah. You heard it here first. Just to round out the list, the last two that I had, or the last one I had on the portrayed well list was the girl who did not hook up with Shermanator,
Yeah.
and he lied about it. I love that when she finds out, she gets up on stage, is like, no, fuck that guy, fuck all he stands for, and he pisses his pants like a little bitch.
And what's actually fucked up about that too is that she seemed to actually like him too.
Yeah.
So if he would have just continued to be cool, he would have just had a beautiful girlfriend.
Yeah, and nope.
She went to prom with him.
Yep. And he's just a piece of shit, and he deserved
He didn't need that.
everything
he
that happened.
He didn't
to
need
him.
that.
Old pissy pants.
Which is actually
bitch.
funny because that kind of goes into toxic masculinity, which is a lot of this, like that constant search for validation amongst your peers.
Yeah.
That like you would blow something, which is the opposite side of Oz.
Yeah.
Those are the two sides there. It's like Oz is just like, it doesn't matter, it's none of your business. Cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Sherman's just like, it is all of your business, and even though I'm lying, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last, I had a couple more. All of the girls who are interested in Finch because of rumors that he's good at sex, portrayed horribly. And then I want your take where Stifler's mom falls on here as the only other female character in this movie.
Oh no, portrayed fucking terribly, bro. She's furnishing minors.
She waits till he's 18.
No. She's under 21. That's legally furnishing a minor.
Is it?
Yes. Furnishing is if they're under 21. He's not a minor in the sense of minor being, I looked it up specifically for this.
Oh, okay.
If you are 20,
All right,
if you're-
Stifler's mom.
yeah, she's furnishing a minor.
She ain't
Doesn't
got it
matter that
going
he's
on.
older than 18. Like, she's also a mom. It's just fucking, it's gross. It's just like, that's again more of the male fantasy. Every guy wants to hook up. Trust me, I wanted to hook up with people's moms as much as the next guy did.
Kinsey's
mom.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
At my school, it was Kinsey's mom.
Yeah, it was Jessica's mom. Yeah. And, I know plenty of, so that's just the first one that came. There's plenty of people had hot moms.
Yeah.
And all my friends used to talk to me about my stepmom. They all thought she was the bee's knees. So it's all whatever. That being said, as far as I know, none of those women did any. I do. I'm not going to put her on blast. I do know one mom that was like the cool mom. Well, there's a few cool moms that I am aware of. I know one that was like on that line where it was just like, you're furnishing for particular people and you're too close. You're too close. There's like parents that were like, you guys are drinking. You're drinking at my house. I'm not going to tell your parents. You're here. Be safe. I'll look the other way.
Yeah.
And there's parents that are just like, I'm going to buy you the alcohol.
Yeah.
And like, as an adult now, I'm just like,
Yeah. There was a substitute at Highline that used to buy girls alcohol and party with them. So, yeah. I don't remember his name. Otherwise, I would totally put him on blast right now.
Yeah.
But you know who you are.
So it's just like, yeah, didn't like that. He's 18, that's fine. I think I just feel the way that they kind of do it's just like and they kind of make it like, oh, it's the final, it's like the get back to like.
It's funny too, because one of the rumors that Jessica started was that he had sex with an older woman, and like someone even says it was Stifler's mom, and it ends up coming true.
Coming true.
Yeah. I did laugh at the line when he asks if she has any liquor, and she says she has scotch, aged 18 years, how I like it. I was like, That's gross, but it's a funny line. It's a
really
funny line.
It's really funny. I also like that John Cho, I'm not sure if it was his line, but this is the creation of MILF.
I know.
This is where the term MILF comes from.
It's so funny seeing him in that now.
Yeah, like just like a kid, some fucking bro.
Yeah, when he starts like making out with the picture of her on the wall, I was like, this guy.
What did I put? I know that I wrote a note specifically about that.
I also never noticed before that he's in the choir with Oz and Heather.
Yeah. At the, he wasn't at the beginning, but he was at the end when they're doing "Do You Believe?" No, I just wrote, "Oh my," yeah, because his friend is like, "Oh my God, bro, dude."
Yeah, that was so good, bro. Whoever that guy is, I was like, this is so real.
And they're in the other movies too. I think they're at least in 2.
Yeah, they're in Wedding. They're in number 2
I remember that was the one point where they have like the photo and they're like, "My MILF."
Yeah.
They're like chanting MILF, and I love it.
Yep. So good.
That's how you do something weird and gross, but like in funny, positive. How are they portrayed? Are they portrayed in good?
Well, none of the male characters in this are portrayed particularly well. Oz is arguably the best, and he's a little bitch for turning his back on his teammates.
See, that's the toxic masculinity. No guy respects Oz. We all hate him.
Yeah,
he's like the best guy.
As I was watching it, hating everyone else, I was like, at least Oz is a good dude. But then, like, I was just so mad about leaving the lacrosse game. It just bugged me on such a personal level.
Yeah, you don't. It goes back to Collateral. You don't abandon your bros. And
right.
Sports is our...
He was a Pete Berg about it.
Sports is our insert for war because we can't just go killing people unless you're the police.
That's true.
Or the U.S.
That's
government.
why I tend to get in heated moments playing lacrosse because it's a great outlet.
Exactly. It's a great outlet. But, you know, when you're in war, you gotta jump on those grenades and you gotta storm with your homies, bro. You can't just be like, actually, I know you kind of want to...
I have a...
Sarah almost gagged. She like literally was like gagging.
The cum beer?
Yeah.
Because I wrote down iconic lines that like make me laugh every time. And one of them was, "Hey, Stifler, how's the pale ale?" Saying that to someone who just drank your cum is so hard. like bro's throwing up and you're like, "Oh, the pale." Like he got his ass.
Yeah.
Stifler doesn't get got much, but Kevin got his ass with that one.
Eugene Levy has so many great...
I know, I wrote down two of his.
We'll just tell your mother that we ate it.
We'll just tell your mother that we ate it all. He's a great dad. Eugene Levy, as whatever Levenstein is, great father figure.
That's the thing that was one of my notes. I was like, they try to play it like he's an annoying dad. He's actually a great dad.
Yeah. He's like, he's not sure how to relate to this new generation, but he does his best. He's always got Jim's back.
Yeah. He gives him porn and it's just like, it's not weird. It's just like your dad.
It's awkward.
It's awkward, but your dad gets it. I do like that. It is pretty heartwarming where he's just like, you do want a partner, right?
Right. Yeah.
And he's like, yeah.
As someone so I had a mom who was very upfront about sex, like when I was like not too young, but like relatively young. Like it wasn't a taboo thing in our house by any means. Like I was educated about like the anatomy of it and like even like the emotions of it as I started getting older. So I had a lot of awkward conversations, but like it was all positive and I'm very grateful for it. And I felt like Eugene Levy like nailed it doing the same thing for Jim and especially like embodying the awkwardness. Like that is arguably what makes him a comedic icon is he is so believable as whatever character he's taking on. And in this, he is so believable as Jim's dad and like navigating this very awkward point in having a son, right? Like everyone goes through some version of this, maybe not the pie, but like everyone who has a kid goes through this. And
this is the female form.
Yeah. This one tends to focus more on the pubic region.
Yeah. It's like shaved.
The other one I wrote down was, I was just looking at the old family portrait here. It was good times, happy memories. Jim, I want to talk about masturbation. Eugene Levy, friend of the pod, Canadian treasure.
Yeah, exactly. Canadian treasure. Big. I hate to say this. I really am. I'm ashamed to say it, but it's the truth. I also got him and Fred Willard confused, so I also thought he was dead for a second. I wrote like I was gonna say like R.I.P.
Yeah.
Sarah was dying. She's like, he's alive too, you fucking idiot. It's just like, he's not dead. She's like, why do you think everyone's dead?
I don't know what to say. God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
I don't know. She was crying. She was literally crying. I was like, I don't know. She's like, he's still making Schitt's Creek. And Schitt's Creek's over, I'm pretty sure. But like, that's what she said.
He just made a travel show.
Yeah, exactly. And like when she was saying that, I was like, I know that he's still there. I was thinking about the
but Fred Willard is a real one, and they both work together a ton. Like
Fred Willard's in American Wedding. He's Michelle's
That's
dad.
right. Yeah.
I watched American Wedding that was one of the DVDs that I had as a kid, and I watched it all the time. And so, like, somehow, like, my brain just kind of crossed wires there, and
but I mean, they were in that. I forget the name of the comedy troupe that did like A Mighty Wind and Best in Show and like all that. Like they came up together in the Canadian improv scene.
Yeah.
So it's like it's totally understandable to mix the two of them.
He's like, I call it stroking the salami.
Yeah,
I never did it with baked goods though. What a supportive dad! Like literally, it's like.
He's doing his best, man.
I can only imagine my life right now if my dad came home and saw me fucking a pie.
Yeah. I can't imagine how Vinny would react.
I don't want to.
Yeah, no, like, thank God.
I gotta see, like, because my dad sometimes he has this face. I do the same thing. Like, the incredulous face, I get that from him, where you just look at something like,
how can this be real?
Yeah,
right
exactly.
Now? Yeah.
And sometimes I see that from him, and when it's to me, I feel real stupid.
Yeah. Also, the opening scene where they catch him pirating porn channels, like that's so real. So like it's such a nightmare scenario. Because like teenage boys really are jerking off all the time.
Yeah,
and you're just so worried about getting caught. And I never did. But like I also know that there's probably times that my parents were like, that nasty little shit was just jerking off. Like,
I almost got caught one time, but I didn't. But I know that my dad walked in on Dan one time in college. my dad was looking for the bathroom. Dan told me, and it was so funny.
Oh man,
oh, it's so good. I'm so happy that shit didn't happen to me.
That's fucking great. I got nothing else. Those are all my notes.
My other things, I just I wrote that that's sexual assault is so fucked. It's not sexual assault really, but I'm talking about. But I wrote this was the Bill Clinton era, so yeah.
I was thinking about how like the theme of the plot is getting laid at all costs.
Yeah.
But like the actual theme of this movie is teenage boys are disgusting, and that's like a universal truth.
Yeah.
And so while this movie is like problematic and doesn't age super well, it's the message remains true. Teenage boys are disgusting and always will be.
Puberty is hell of a drug.
It's true. Puberty is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, so I guess we're in the symbols now. So this is a coming of age, pun intended, movie. We spoke about, the four friends trying to do the craziness. Male friendship and bonding is one of the biggest things. We don't get too much female bonding in it. There's a little bit.
Jessica and Vicky. Jessica and Vicky have a good friendship. That's one of the things that I don't hate about Vicky.
Yeah. There is some female agency. I think more than what a lot of these movies really
For sure.
get.
For 99.
Yeah. This
pretty
is
good.
a bit ahead of its time there. Shame and acceptance. I think they do. It's tough because the Jim shame is earned, and
one of them, yeah.
He doesn't feel like that's the thing, like you said, there's no one pauses to think about Nadia. And that's the toughest part about this movie when you're looking back. It's like, yeah, Jim, you should feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's a little bit worse.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you were embarrassed. Like, you weren't naked.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess, like, that's the thing. Is it's like, I guess you're a kid, but like, even still, right? Imagine being everybody else. One of the hottest girls in the school was at least willing to be there with you.
Yeah.
That's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
You still did more than most people in that situation. Sure, it's embarrassing, but it's not that embarrassing. But you weren't like unknowingly violated.
Yeah, thinking if like if I thought about like that situation happening in my high school when I was in high school, that guy wouldn't get much shit for that.
Yeah.
The girl would get shame, even if she didn't get kicked out of the country, wouldn't want to show her face at school.
Yeah.
Like it would not have gone well. I also I forgot to mention this, but like while we're on that subject, the other thing that was really funny to me was Kevin, it never having occurred to him at all that he had never given Vicky an orgasm until just Jessica asked. Like literally, like he never thought. He's like, oh, I'm sure I have. Like that's how you know you have.
And she's just like, no.
Kevin ain't
Vicky's
shit.
face is just like, yeah, no, bro.
Nah.
Kevin's older brother.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it. Yeah, Casey Affleck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
I like that he said like, well, he asked him some like clarifying question.
Yeah.
Are you just doing this for yourself, or do you actually want to like? He's like, no, I like care. He's like,
Yeah.
because I wasn't going to share it with you.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
Yeah.
Also, I would, I think it's fair to say Stifler's character is an optimist. I think I'm actually more Stifler than anybody. Not so much of his asshole tendencies.
Yeah.
But this man drinks someone else's cum and goes on throughout the rest of the movie as if none of that shit happened.
That's true.
He's like,
he's Teflon.
Yeah, he's just like,
he's so cool.
Yeah.
And like if any of the other four guys did that, it would have been like the end of their social life. But Stifler's,
it's the stiff.
He's not happy about it.
Exactly. He's not happy, but
he's the stiff meister.
life goes on. I love that about American Wedding because
Stifler has a good character arc through the movies.
Yeah.
He's a piece of shit in this. He's a piece of shit in general. But by Wedding is when you finally get a point where you're like, okay, I like
he's
this
their
guy.
friend. Like, regardless of everything, it's funny because like, he makes fun of them, but at least throughout all the movies, they're still there with him, and he's tangential to the group.
We all had that friend.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
he invites them to the party. He treats the band members like shit, but he invites them to the party. He gives them shit about it, and he has always been their friend. So like,
that's true.
Shout out Seann William Scott again, friend of the podcast.
Yeah. The OG Goon before Goon changed terminology.
Yeah. Also in that movie,
that's what I meant. Yeah. Goon.
Yeah. So some of the tropes, losing virginity pact, unlikely romances, the cool hidden girl.
Yeah. I like calling it the what did you call it earlier? The She's All That.
Yeah, She's All That. Yeah, glasses. I love it. We got to do Not Another Teen Movie because I love.
Isn't that also Shannon Elizabeth? Not Another Teen Movie?
It might.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot this is the black guy. Not Another Teen Movie. Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, we got to do that movie.
Yeah.
This is Chris
Evans.
Captain America.
Every time I watch a fucking Marvel movie, I picture that banana in his ass. Sorry, we're not doing Not Another Teen Movie right now. But the fact that you can be in both the DC universe and the Marvel universe, and you started out with a banana in your ass, is
peak Hollywood.
Yeah.
Wait, what is he in the DC universe?
Oh, Fantastic Four is also Marvel, isn't it?
Yes.
Never mind. So he's in the Marvel universe twice.
Yeah.
My bad. Come for me, nerds.
Yeah, the embarrassing parent, but there's also the cool. I feel like a lot of
Tonight.
Yeah. Maybe this is just like the getting older now that I'm a millennial and I'm all like parental now. It's just like the embarrassing parent, but I'm just like, no. A lot of these movies, the embarrassing parent just means that they love you.
Yeah, he's actually present.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. It's really cool. Symbols, the pie, just America, like
Americana.
Slice. Yeah, exactly. A slice of life. This pretty heavy-handed metaphor. Beer, just like the community, like they're sharing. It's something that they all like shared. What do you call those when everybody does something together?
Shared experience.
Like when you cut your hand.
Oh,
prick your fingers.
What pact?
Yeah, but a pact is like a ritual.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like, so, okay. Yeah, so beer, everyone drinking beer is like a ritual. Phallics. A lot of like, everything's about like sex in this movie.
Yeah.
Partying, and then the flute.
The flute, yes.
Yeah.
I think I didn't have any other theme symbols or tropes.
Yeah, when we were saying that, like, we were going to watch this, so I was just like, one time at band camp, I flew to my puss.
That's an iconic line, too, yeah.
I like forgot about that line, and I was just like, It was just I wasn't expecting her to say that.
They do such a good job of so many Bandcamp lines that like you get so used to it, and it's not even. At first, it's funny that she keeps saying it, and then by the time it gets to that, you're so over it, and then she hits you with the "I stuck a flute in my pussy,"
Yeah,
and it's like, what?
And then the Jim being like,
I love Alyson Hannigan.
Other people like to have sex too.
Yeah. I love Alyson Hannigan. Huge friend of the pod.
Mm-hmm.
Willow and Buffy, as previously stated, my AOL username was Buffy fan. So
you can confirm with the audience. Bandcamp stuff.
Yeah, if you were in band, everyone I knew in band confirmed.
Freaks?
Yeah, they just fucked each other.
Yeah. There's like any like sub category.
Yeah.
Except for the ones that I was in. I was never.
Right.
No.
Yeah, not heated rivalry when.
No. I would have.
Shall we do recast the past?
You sure shall.
Okay, so
I was a choir kid. You do know this about me.
That's right.
That was mostly,
I forgot that you were in choir.
I mean, I went to Catholic school as well.
Yeah.
No, there were some freaks that were there. I just didn't have the game at that point in time. But yeah, I was in choir for church mostly. I was a church choir kid, so not.
That's lit. I wish I did
not where you
choir.
picked them up.
Yeah.
I also went. Yeah, if I went to public school, then I would have been.
You would have fit right in.
I would
with
have
the rapping. Yeah. I can confirm every Kennedy girl I tried to get in high school. Much more difficult than all the Highline girls. Yeah, I'm sure that's true.
They're out there.
Yeah. So recast the past. This is our recurring segment where we say who we would cast if we were to reboot this movie now or go back in time and do it.
I just said Loiter Squad. This is where I would want the Loiter Squad version. I want the Odd Future.
Nice. That's a good one. I said recast Stifler, Kevin Finch, and Jim with Danny Masterson, R. Kelly, Kevin Spacey, and James Franco. Oz can reprise his role because that character isn't a predator. If you don't laugh audibly, then it doesn't work on Spotify. We'll move on. We'll do our Watch While segment.
This is like the third time you picked R. Kelly for a movie, bro.
That's not true. That might be true. Yeah. So Watch While is our recurring segment where we say what you should do while watching this movie. To my previous point, I will say that you should watch this movie while educating your sons about empathy and consent.
Hell yeah. That's a better answer than I could come up with. I wrote reminiscing about how terrible of a people we were in 1999. And then after this, listen to the Rock's rap song, Pie.
Oh, I'm not
familiar. Do you know that song?
No.
Oh, I'll play it for you after.
Okay.
Maybe I'll play some, maybe we can get away with DCMA to play some of it here.
Yeah.
It gets real racist at the end.
That's good pie.
Nice. Barbenheimer, what would you double feature this movie with?
I put Without a Paddle.
Nice.
Sean William Scott Maxson.
Yeah. And Dax?
Yeah, Dax Shepard.
And Seth Green.
Yeah. That's a really good one.
Shaggy?
Matthew. Oh, yeah, Matthew.
Oh, I thought you meant Shaggy the musician. I was like, Shaggy's in Without a Paddle? I need to watch that shit again.
Watch that in the theaters with my dad, actually. I would like to watch that movie for this because I haven't seen it in forever.
Yeah, I think I haven't seen it since I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, another one where Sean William Scott is like, caw, caw, caw.
Yeah, exactly. I said Van Wilder.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever actually seen Van Wilder.
Really?
Not start to finish. I think it's like one of those, again, TBS. It was one of those ones like I kind of wanted to watch it, but I was just like, I know what this movie is.
Yeah.
Do I need to?
Oh, Van Wilder. I've seen that so many times.
All right, we can watch it. Maybe not for the pod. Let's just watch it.
Yeah.
Or we can watch it for the pod. Fuck it.
Yeah, we can watch whatever we want. Well, this has been a problematic black and white cinema podcast from the Creative Block in Seattle. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend. It helps us a lot. Let us know what you think of this movie, how it holds up, how it doesn't, whether or not we were right about where we put the female characters in terms of their portrayal. Because we're just a couple of guys who say shit on the internet, and we don't know anything about the female experience. Like, subscribe, comment, follow. You can find us at allmylinks.com/kev-n-ugie, along with all the OnlyFans girls. Thank you to the actual friends of the podcast, Mark Amacio, Marky Boy Productions, Creative Block, Natasha for editing, Megan and Alec for our logos, our Patreon members, Lisa, Eric, Philip, Brian, Ben, and John, and thank all of you for joining us today. Revolution. Take care.
Tara Reid is alive! What are you going to believe the media?